once in a very long while, something happens to you. There's a moment of gravity in your life, a cosmic shift in who you are. These moments can vary from the serene to the insane and the sublime. For me, they've served as a measure of how much I've changed and to show me exactly how much of an ass I can really be. Like so many of us, I enjoy an outrageously high opinion of myself. You guys know this. I go to school to study, I go to church to pray, and I drive a Prius because it's eco-friendly, something like that. For a long time, I fooled myself with this. I'm sure I've fooled many of you with this. But don't let this seemingly innocent exterior fool you. I have a secret. And that secret is that I'm a killer. In the words of the great T.S. Eliot, in our lives there's infinite time to murder and create new people, to either welcome in these faces into our lives and to truly give them life to us, or to judgmentally relegate those people to rot in some forgotten corner of the mind, to shut them out and to kill them before they ever really come alive to us. 3 short years ago, when I met Joe Keefe for the very first time at my job as a sailing instructor, I thought not much at all. I saw a guy who was different. I saw the tin in his pocket, the sloppy clothes he wore to work every day, and the fact that he didn't show up 5 minutes early just like I did. And so I killed him. I shut him out, and I put a bullet in him that was every bit as deadly as if I had pulled the trigger of a 12 gauge. It took me nearly 3 weeks to get over this insanely premature judgment of Joe and actually talk to him. There was that time when I was grilling burgers and he held on the gas grill starter for me, but I didn't say anything. There was that time when one of my errant students wandered off to the wrong dock and he grabbed me and walked them back to me, but I didn't say anything to him. There was that time when he asked if anyone wanted takeout from my all-time favorite, the Full Belly Deli, and I didn't say anything to him. With each passing day, I buried Joe Keefe deeper and deeper into the cold, barren, rocky soil of my mind. Then something happened. One of my former aces was hit in the head with the solid steel boom of a Cape Cod Mercury sailboat. Joe's job as her instructor was to keep her after class and fill out a medical form, make sure she was all right. So when I went to check up on her, that was the first time I ever talked to Joe Keefe. Joe's easygoing demeanor, his readiness to laugh at anything, and his unique ability to talk endlessly about everything from longboards to the merits of Canadian bacon immediately dug him from the graveyard of my mind. Joe's resurrection was a miracle. But what was wrong with me? How could I have possibly thought that he wasn't worth my time? Who was I to judge him on that tin of Grizzly that he packs, on his summer smoker's cough, or on his less than stellar teaching skills? You see, Joe is no role model. Joe's the guy who's usually tanning when he should be teaching. But Joe is also the guy who's willing to go cliff jumping at 11:30 at night, 7 days a week. Joe is the guy who I drive home to make sure he doesn't wrap himself around a telephone pole one night. Meeting Joe Keefe was one of those moments of gravity, a cosmic shift in who I am. Joe showed me that I'm not a perfect person, that I can be a judgmental jackass. But ever since his resurrection, I have tried to be better, to be more open to newer, different people, to judge less, to label less. It's a start, and it's something to strive for. And of course, it's not a bad way to live your life. But what I've found is that way more importantly than any personal growth I had from this, is that in the end, Joe Keefe is now one of my very, very best friends.